Hello again, people, and welcome to yet another edition of the Thief the Dark Project IM Mode playthrough. I'm your host, Deathstalker. This time around, we shall be checking out the readouts of Undercover, or should I say the original version of Undercover. I was originally going to stop today. This is actually the third Thief level I'm doing in a single day for recording, so today's been very, very progressive, and it's been a lot of hours worth of streaming and whatnot. However, I started realizing that if I do this level, I believe Return to Haunted Cathedral has no real severe differences between versions. I'm going to be replaying it myself just to check, but I believe it won't have that many differences to a point that will constitute a new stream. And therefore, once I finish this level, I shall be able to get back to my Thief Gold stream and actually continue there. So, while the original plan was to hold this off for tomorrow, I decided to do this level as well, so that way we can get back to Thief Gold and continue the official playthrough instead of holding that one off. So, all that in mind, let's actually begin this level and check out some of the differences between the two versions. Now we made it past the Lost City, and we've actually, if we were going chronologically by Thief Gold, we would have just finished Song of the Caverns. That means we're past all the Thief Gold exclusive missions. However, because of the fact that there was 4 talismans, and each was placed in either 2 missions or 4 missions, depending on version, that means that Undercover will still have 2 talismans. We'll have the Talismans of Earth and Air instead of just the Talisman of Air. So that means that things will be a bit different in terms of things mentioned in the Air Talisman, or in the Earth Talisman. So, we shall see how all that works. Let me start the cutscene from the cover, because it's similar to the Lost City one. It's a bit different, and we'll begin. We get another keyhole! Having pledged our honor as shield over earth and air, we must be ever mindful. Let them be locked away and safe, but ever in view of the faithful. Future generations are hostage to our care. Sermon of the Talismans.
Getting the Talismans of Air and Earth will be an interesting challenge, but I'll need them if I want to get the eye for Constantine. They're well hidden inside the city's Hammer Temple, so I'll have to do some scouting around. Problem is, the place is fully active day and night. Not even I could stay undetected for very long. Well, they say that the best place to hide a letter is on the mantelpiece. With that in mind, I'll be going in by the front door, dressed as a Hammerite novice. That should be perfect, since novices aren't allowed to speak while on the temple grounds. My contacts can get me a novice's pass to get me through the gate. Once inside, I'll be free to take my time, explore the place thoroughly, and find the talismans. As long as I don't do anything violent, or get caught somewhere I shouldn't be. Because as the new arrival, I'll be the first person they'll suspect if anything goes wrong.
So similar to the last cutscene, we have a mention of the Talisman of Earth. And even says here, search the temple and discover where the talismans of air and earth are kept. When you find them, take them. So unlike the Lost City where they were separate objectives, here it's just a singular objective to get the talismans of air and earth. And everything else is of course going to look very, very similar. Also this is a rather quick mission relatively. It's relatively simple compared to all the other missions we've just done. So that's another reason to replay this level and just get through it quickly, because it's not the most complicated of missions, if you remember correctly. And I don't see any major differences, so I don't even really need much, do I? I bought anything I'd ever need. Gas arrows, moss arrows. There's not much that you really need in the course of this level. You could go really not buying anything for Undercover, and it wouldn't even matter beyond like a gas arrow. So in case of glitchiness. It just helps. The more you have, the more you can deal with glitchiness as it gets thrown at you. Alright, all that looks the same. Let's begin. Press my Alt key as usual to see the world. And hopefully now I can make sure that I am actually able to do all this. Let me check one for 1 second, make sure I'm able to see myself in game. Able to do all this. Boot up the game, move around a few seconds. Whee! Okay, now I watch the stream and make sure that I'm doing it. 1 second, make sure I'm able to see myself in game. Able to do all this. Boot up the game, move around a few seconds. Whee! Okay, now I watch the stream and make sure that I'm doing it. 1 second, make sure I'm able. Alright! Seems like I'm able to play the game fine. Looks like everything's good. Time to get back and continue our voyage. We must get those final talismans. Today's been a day about the entire hunt for talismans, so it's kind of fitting that we do all the talisman hunt in a single day. So I'm just gonna run around quickly around here, check everything out. This is, after all, a different version. Who knows what they might throw at me. They may still throw a random giant octopus monster thing at me. Who knows? Yes. Save the Dark Project. We had a giant random octopus monster thrown in here. Didn't see him in Thief Gold. We got rid of him. Nobody even knows about the giant octopus monster, man. Not until now. Because we're going to catch him on camera. It'll be like Bigfoot. Yeah, I'll get like some blurry part of the video, and it'll be like a little bite of blurry part, and that will be Giant Octopus Man. Because, well, of course, all Bigfoot footage and all that must be extremely blurry. That's a rule of thumb when creating Bigfoot footage. So, we're just looking around here. Lots of useless ways, of course. As last time. Praise the Builder. Oh great, I'm back to what I was saying in Thief Gold. Praise the Builder all the time. We don't want to take that route there, do we? Don't need 2 videos of me praising the Builder. That would be silly. My god, but what else am I supposed to talk about? Sanity? Like, you people know sanity. You're, you know, probably as insane as me if you watch a Thief video. There's an interesting little section there. You can see, like, into that area. Grab the scroll. Let's talk to Mr. Hamrick, guard at the gate. Wish to slash the tapestries, Mr. Guard? Y'all will try and kill me. Sounds right to me.
Present thy credentials, novice.
You're a bit late with saying, oh, present thy credentials. I already did.
Knowledge is our weapon, with which we carve a path to an enlightened future.
And now for the super stealthy way to take out these cards. Stealth! When are we gonna have to do dinner? That's all I have to know. I should throw these guards outside. Great place is a great hidey hole. Just right outside. They'll never look for him down there. And what an awkward thing when the Hammers have to walk all the way around when they wake up. Anyway, similar to last time, now we must slash the tapestries. By that I mean I must jump on the statue and jump from here to slash the tapestries. Because there we are. 2 down. Now, close the gate, and everything's fine. There we are. That note seems the same to me. Get ready with a flash bomb or something.
The rules do not permit novices in the barracks, as thou should well know. Be off.
Oh dear! We've alerted him! We're doomed! Let's slash this tapestry. My guard. And that's how you defeat a hammer who gets stuck on the bed! Hey, look at that. You know, buddies. Unconscious buddies now. Hands holding the mirror to get it together. Hi there. How you doing?
Promises are not permitted here, brother. Best that thou depart before the master forgers take note.
Oh, I was supposed to leave? I was supposed to render you unconscious. Well, I better make sure it looks like a real robbery then. Have a good rest! I really should hit the alarm button, shouldn't I? Ah, they must already have gone through their conversation. Shame. There's one more guard we'll never have to worry about. Let me read these books in here because we have a lot of random books, of course, in this one. Whoop, no, I didn't want to read that. I wanted to read the Ball Builder quote. A wall builder, this I pray.
Even the Baron doth finally act against evil, when prodded with enough vigor.
Meanest thou the action on DeWall's thugs?
Verily. Some have told me it was his own brethren who in sin didst turn him in.
Thieves betray their own. Now, as always...
We didn't get to really capture that conversation in Thief Gold, so it's nice we could do it here. Carry you unconsciously. Wait, what? Why? Murder a spy, sound the alarm. I haven't heard any alarms. The stone hammer. Okay, let's do the same exact thing again. So, murder, sound the alarm. Where's the alarm? Why hasn't anyone sounded it yet? They're kinda slow on sounding that alarm button, you know. Just saying.
Some do say the Baron means to raise the tariffs again, even on greens and meat.
The wretched man serves only the merchants and his own greed.
His grandfather cared less for his pocketed gold and more for his soul's health, but no longer.
The builder's truth it is that men without belief do soften and fail as rotten wood.
Raise the builder. Murder. House of the builder. You see here. More books. More educational stuff. These all seem the same to me. Definitely even recognize all these hammer quotes, surprisingly. Oh, that one actually had 2 pages. Yep, recognize that page as well. See this one? Recognize that one. Recognize that one. I said so many books in this level, all right next to each other. This is not good for video capture, trying to read all these books at once.
With the mind of a general and the heart of a poet, yet also with the hands of a builder.
Make my way in here. Oh yes, people, you will get used to hammer phrases a lot.
So incompetent, so stupid, so lazy. I don't see why I should be the one to with these incompetent people.
Just listen to hammer phrases over and over. That's definitely what we're going to be doing. Fan missions to you, actually. Oh yeah, this door's locked. We're gonna need that key from the high priest or whatever. Let's deal with all these guards first.
Time was, the sinners we take was to have no second chances. They were dispatched forthwith to explain their misdeeds to their builder.
Our strength and resolve, 'tis not what it once was.
And see what our weakness hath gained us. Crime and sin reach to the very heights of the city.
How dare crime be allowed everywhere? So wretched, these people every day now. Look at that! Crime even in the house of the builder! How unholy is this? Now we shall carry unconscious bodies. Hide them in this little itty bitty corner. They'll never think to look there, haha! So I wave my little mustache around. Like an evil mastermind. How far art thou doing? Thou praising the builder well? Any crazy fanatical hammers trying to murder me? No? So much for sound the alarm! What exactly is sound the alarm about? So far I haven't seen any reason you should be saying sound the alarm.
Hast thought upon who is likely to succeed our master?
Surely not for many years.
Art thou blind? He is old, and the master forgers do jostle each other for precedence.
I spy not on my betters, 'tis in the builder's hands.
'Tis true, 'tis true.
Okay, now that we carry this unconscious body up before the other guy comes here and gets angry and tries to murder me with a giant sledgehammer. Okay, now we hurry you back before someone else comes here and screams bloody murder about the murder. That didn't happen, of course. That's 2 down. I think there's 4 that patrol around here. Get in here quickly. What about loot? And bread. Got the most valuable object in the game. Okay, that book I recognize. Jeez! Of course, it's what we always wanted. Wait, there's that book. Oh, it's cut the tapestry that tantalizing me. Wait for him to leave, otherwise yelling about everything. My plans to world domination be foiled. Look at the conga line of hammers I've knocked out here. Wait, while I'm up here, I should go back to the library and unlock that crate. Just that way our door's done. Ooh, loot. Nearly missed that. Yep, the cage containing the talismans can only be opened when the 5 locks have been released. The lock release is a place where in various locations about the temple. One resides with Brother Mason, one's behind the skull of Saint Yora, one's in the kitchen by the oven, one's behind the rack which loosens men's tongues, one's behind the keystone tree. Locks must be released within a span of 5 minutes. When all the locks are released, the talisman cage can be opened. Then he removes the talismans, must first recite the prayer of the wall builder. Yes, basically the idea of this level is, well, both talismans are placed in the exact same area. Unlike Lost City, where they were placed in different little areas, this level, they're basically thrown in the exact same location. So, yeah, it was a very easy fix to change from 2 to 1. Bunch of hammers in here. And not the religious kind either, just your physical hammers. Bunch of tapestries I could cut down. Just because they tantalized me. Completely useless plumbing area. Get this cheese. And other foods. And read this book. Looks good to me. Don't see anything different there. A bit more loot from here. There we are, 500 loot already. Another one of those keys, an apple, another healing potion, which you'll probably never have to use. If you do, there's probably a problem. Let the religious nutcase pass. I'll gather a little bit more loot. So I'll check out the rest of these areas, that way I can not be afraid of missing an area. $800 loot. That's good so far. There's still a guard definitely walking around somewhere. Aha! 2 of the guards get stuck between the trees.
Hold!
Where thee this villain?
Beware an intruder!
I was hidden in darkness! How could you see me? Well, at least he finally fixed that problem, where both guards get stuck out here. I was wondering where these other 2 guards would get off to. Get stuck behind the trees. I think the Pathfinder was probably improved in Thief Gold, wasn't it? It seems like. In general, just Pathfinding, guards getting stuck less and whatnot. So we shall check these little areas quickly because most likely there's nothing here. Plate. Put down these tapestries because they exist. They're a thing. And they must be eliminated, eradicated, destroyed in violent ways. There we are, 1300. Doing pretty well in loot already. Just starting already at 1300. Let's dredge over here, get to the High Priest room. Take out Mr. High Priest. Hi there! You're too slow with shooting. Way too slow for me. On the tapestry. Oh, and look, he still has his flaming hammer. About to be shot at me. That's the key. With this, we'll be able to loot. Set on his tapestry that looks like a noble tapestry. Now we should start heading downstairs. Check all this stuff. We missed a patrolling guard wherever he is. No idea, but let's get the good loot first. This should put me a lot closer to total loot amount. 2246. He's about to pass. Because sound didn't matter, I could easily do that. Because no other hammerheads patrol down here, I can leave him right there. So, now we deal with Mr. Sleeping Inquisitor. I have a moss arrows? No, I do not. There we are! Works for me. Mr. Inquisitor. We're unconscious. And here we have another note. Termites, all that. Bugs. Start in this way. I'll be all 5 switches secured. We'll have a few little bit of loot to uncover. And here's of course the room with the talismans, which we'll check out from above later. Waffle looks the same. Let's start going lower. Just drudge around these floors, knock out the last few religious fanatics. How doth thou do? Another crazy religious fanatic once told me that you weren't praising the builder enough for me. Well, now you're bunked out. What dost thou think of that? Still need about like 200 gold. 200 gold. Looks right to me. I think that's the Matt's loot right there, 2758. And that should have been the last of the guards. So I think we're ready to collect the talismans and leave this level. As I said, rather quick. But that's exactly how the cookie crumbles here. We shall start heading back. We have the kitchen area, so we might as well start with this one. Let's start flipping all the switches. Face around, press all the bloody switches. I can start heading up. And again to the other three. Have to get to Skull probably next. We'll go out to the garden. Take care of the other two. Then we'll be free. Free to escape this place, of which nobody's conscious anymore. Where am I going? I might go over here. Yes, we still have good manners, even though the hammers are unconscious. We close all doors behind us. See, we're not evil. We have manners. And what all I have to do is... There's one more. And it's the keystone tree. We shall judge our way over here. Press that last button. There we are. Gate is down. Go after the talismans. Pull the golden hammer. We need it to open the drawbridge area. I don't know why I just went the long way around, but that's okay. Okay, drawbridge is open. If you notice, there was 2 force field protected objects. You can run across here and see them from here. There's a Talisman of Air, which is very recognizable, but beside it is the difference between this version and the last version, the Talisman of Earth. So that right there, people, is the big difference. Is the fact that... sorry about this, people. 1 second. The Talisman of Earth and the Talisman of Air are in the exact same location. Instead of the Talisman of Earth have its own level. So, what we do, let's switch. Open this up. Read the papyrus. Read that. I am wall builder, my walls adore for seasons in the year in age 8. Let my walls stand while families toil, armies march and empires fall. I am a wall builder, and let my walls shall always stand as a shield against evil. This I pray that the master builder grant. Huzzah! We cause alarms to go off. Talisman of Earth, Talisman of Air. Let us get out of here. And I said this would be rather quick. Now all we have to do is get out of this level. Run through the chaos, the nonsense. Alarms are blaring in our ears. All we have to do is just run out the front door. Hello, unconscious hammers everywhere. Oh, let me unlock it. And now for the grand finale. Lock the gate again and run out! Even if we wanted to get back in, we couldn't now! Ha ha! But we won't need to. The mission's complete. And there was... It took 25 minutes and 49 seconds. There was 2750 error, 2758 loot. Picked 2 locks. Backstab 0, knockout 16, damage dealt 16, damage taken 0, healing taken 0. And beyond that, nothing else really we have to worry about. There we are! Finished Undercover. And next time around we could, you know, I think I'm going to be skipping over the Return to Haunted Cathedral. I'm not even sure if there's going to be more Dark Project levels I'm going to be doing. This might have been the final one. So if that's the case, I'll say fairly well until I get to the fan missions. Or of course, if you're watching the stream of this, fairly well until I get back to the main series, which is kind of out of order on my YouTube channel. That's kind of why I said farewell here for that. But for that one, I'm going to be getting back to the level after the Return to the Haunted Cathedral finally, as well. I finally caught up to that. So, without further ado, let me go to that level. Save Return to the Haunted Cathedral, and say fairly well. Thank you for watching, everybody. Good night.